My partner Shalini is here as usual, and after a gap of 1 week, we are here again with the Innovators Corner. And today we'll be discussing the design registration. What is it, and when you should do a design registration? Welcome, Shalini. How are you doing?
Hi, Priggya. Hello, viewers. I'm doing great. I just got back from a workout, so I'm doing fantastic. It's unfortunately the last week of the beach workout, and then monsoon is going to hit, so I'm going to have to work out indoors, and I'm not looking forward to. I hope you are having a good Tuesday, Priggya.
Yes, Shalini, as you know, I'm back from Inta after connecting with so many people around the globe, and I'm really excited to what happens next.
Yes, I'm curious to hear about your travel and your experience at INTA. But for today, we are going to talk about design.
Yes.
Okay, so design is for design to differentiate from utility. So we have utility patents and we have design patents. In India, we call them design registrations. We do not call them design patents. In other countries, such as the US, we refer to them as design patents. And the way you know it is a design patent and not a utility one is that it will say USD. So you know
Yes.
it's a design. Okay, so design is for aesthetic features. You cannot claim functionality. That's going to be it for my opening remarks. And
Perfect.
you learn more as the conversation progresses.
Perfect, Shalini. And just to add through it, I always say is because sometimes the word aesthetic, we are not able to understand what does aesthetics means. So I always say look and feel of something. How something looks and how it feels to my hand is
Yeah.
something we can protect under design. And if there is a functionality, how a specific thing functions, that might be a subject matter of patent. And I think we can do it, explain it with the help of a simple example like this pen.
Yes.
So we have this pen, and the way it looks and it feels to my hand, the golden part, the blue part, and then how it looks can be a subject matter of design patent, provided it is new and original and it is not copied. It is new plus original, that is not there in the world. And how it functions, probably how it rotates and how the nib comes out, or if it is a special kind of nib, how it helps into raising my experience or writing better. So if it has some utility and some advantages associated with it, then it can be a subject matter of patent, provided it is
New.
new, has an inventive step and had some utility. So these are, as we say, that requirements of patent and design. So because we are focusing on design, design always has to be new and original. So if it
Right.
is new and original, you can get a design patent or a design registration. But if it is not new or not original, then you cannot get a design registration.
I'm going to pitch that's very well put. And I also usually use the pen example, but I'm going to give a different example here slightly to explain about functionality. If I have a plate, a dinner plate with a different, a new and original design of flowers on the rim, and the only use of those flowers is to make the plate look aesthetic, to make the plate look
Yes.
pretty, that goes in for a design registration. If
Yes.
the function of the design of that flower is to make sure that the food does not spill from the plate, then that is a functionality. Then in
Yes.
that case, I go for a utility pattern.
Correct.
The design, only aesthetics, like Prigya said, look and feel, and functionality goes under a separate and a higher threshold of examination.
Correct.
So, Prigya, what is the paperwork required for design registration? Is it more complicated? Is it less complicated?
So I guess, people usually say designs are less complicated, but I usually say it depends on what kind of things you are protecting. Probably if it is a design of a car, it can be more complicated because the drawings will become much complicated. And then in specific countries we have different requirements. Like in US, it is particularly, shading has to be done in a certain way, and if we do not do it, it will not be acceptable. So it depends on country to country as well. But normally what we require is the perspective views of a particular product. Perspective
Right.
view could mean top view, bottom view, left view, right view, angular view, all the views, so that it becomes clear that how a product looks like. If it is kind of we are trying to protect shape of something, in certain countries photographs are also like acceptable, like in India. But there are countries where photographs are not acceptable, and we need to give properly shaded drawings. So it depends on country to country as well. And then just to add on, for example, you want your design protection in several countries, we have an arrangement called the Hague system. For example, we have a parallel Madrid system for trademarks, we have a Hague system of design. But if you file a design application in a particular country, within 6 months you have to enter into the Hague countries. If you do not do that, you lose the priority. So I think that 6 months deadline is absolutely important to remember. And like while filing a Hague application, we can select the number of countries where we want to proceed. So it makes the process very easy if you are
Like
filing in
easier.
multiple
Yeah.
countries. Yeah,
And a design registration is valid for 10 years. It can be renewed once for 5 years, 5 more years, so total of 15 years.
correct.
And then it lapses into public domain.
Perfect. Yeah. So fairly easier process than normal
Yeah.
PCT application process and
Right, right.
patent
Of course, of
process.
course. And exactly like how you have classes in your trademarks, you have
Correct.
classes in designs. You choose your products based on the what class you want it. It's a
Correct.
fairly comprehensive classification system.
Correct. So yeah. So
Any
recently
questions?
we had a case. I just put this in because I had this in mind. So like we have secrecy provisions in patents, we do have those secrecy provisions in design as well. So for example, you're filing a design related to some weapons and all. There is going to be a DR for Indian specifically. There has to be a DRDO
Clearance.
clearance for that. Then only you can get a design. So for things like that, the process can be a bit time consuming, and it's not certain as well. But for other things, the process is relatively very easy.
Yeah. So I've had one
Shalini,
of those DRDO hassles for a patent.
yeah, Shalini, what according to you is the timeline by which we are getting a design registration done in India?
I've got it within a month and a half.
But nowadays, I think the process is taking a lot of
No,
time.
now I just filed in March end, and I got it last week.
Wow, that's so cool. In which
Yeah,
jurisdiction? Mumbai?
Mumbai.
Yeah, I think I should not talk about the North Indian jurisdictions.
We Mumbaikars are fast.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever we speak to the Mumbai patent office, also they are also like, "Oh, we are doing process very fast. I don't know why is your patent office slow." I said, "Even the patent office is saying this on our face." I think there should be
we
some competition between the patent office.
we have a train to catch. We always have a train to catch in Mumbai.
I I think there should be some competition between the patent offices so that all the offices work faster. Otherwise, we have to do this forum chopping and file our applications.
Please don't crowd our Mumbai jurisdiction.
These days, we are trying to crowd Chennai jurisdiction.
Okay. Yeah, please welcome to Chennai, but not
So
Mumbai.
Harshit says he has a query from regarding patent agent. Okay, Harshit, we are ready to take the query provided you write it very, very as fast as possible.
Patent agent or patent
Yeah,
exam. When are the
Patenting.
results going to be out?
I don't know. I think they'll be out pretty soon. I am also waiting for it's like I'm waiting for my students' result.
Okay.
so
I don't know anyone this year who appeared. So
so yeah. I know quite a lot of people, but yeah,
okay,
some unfortunately could not give the exam, some could give the exam. So
that
let's see. So Harshit, probably you can send us your query on LinkedIn messages. You can DM me directly or Shalini directly, and we'll be happy to help you because we are just about to close this session. So Shalini, any final remarks regarding design registration?
final remarks. Yes, so when you bring in sometimes one single IP, one single innovation can have multiple IP in it. It can have innovation, it can have design, it will have trademark if you're planning to sell it. Uh, so make sure that you comply with the drawings. A lot of times, and I always do, I use the same patent illustrator person to illustrate my designs as well. I don't go
Correct.
in for the photographs. I try not to because it comes back in the objection. So I try to cut that step and directly put in formal line drawings
Yeah. I
and
think that
perspective.
yeah, that is absolutely important. So we also do that only, but there are some places where we specifically want to patent particular kind of pattern in some colors and all. So their
Yeah,
photographs help us.
there you need photographs, but
Yeah,
usually if it's just black and white, then I go in
correct.
for proper illustrations on Corel or something with vector images. So that's, I think that's about it. Is design is, I have, like I said, I got a couple of design patents granted in one a month and a half. So if you're thinking of design, go ahead.
Yeah, and file it in Mumbai jurisdiction because that would be way faster than other jurisdictions. I
Yes.
think that's all from our end, and we'll see you next Tuesday with an interesting topic around IP.
See ya.
See you. Take care.